Immigration Reform Alert. Congress introduces Big Dignity Act in August 2025. What's next? Big changes are coming to U.S. immigration law. Congress is set to introduce the groundbreaking Dignity Act this August 2025, promising to transform the lives of millions. Want to know how this could impact you, your family, or your community? Stay tuned, because I'm breaking down everything you need to know about this game-changing reform and what happens next. So, let's start with the basics. What exactly is the Dignity Act? This proposed legislation is designed to overhaul current immigration laws with a focus on fairness, transparency, and respect for human rights. Its name alone, dignity, signals a commitment to treating immigrants with the respect they deserve, regardless of their status. This act addresses various aspects of immigration policy, from border security and enforcement to pathways for citizenship and protections for vulnerable populations. One of the biggest highlights of the Dignity Act is its approach to undocumented immigrants currently living in the U.S. The bill proposes creating a clear and more accessible pathway to legal status for millions who have lived, worked, and contributed to their communities for years. Instead of the complicated, costly, and often unclear processes we see today, this reform aims to simplify and humanize the journey to citizenship. For many undocumented immigrants, this could be life-changing. Moreover, the Act includes provisions to strengthen labor protections. Immigrants often face exploitation or unsafe working conditions, and the Dignity Act proposes stricter enforcement of labor laws to protect these workers. This is crucial because it not only supports immigrant workers but also promotes fair competition and ethical practices across industries. Another critical area this reform targets is the treatment of asylum seekers and refugees. The current system is overwhelmed and often criticized for lengthy delays and harsh detention conditions. The Dignity Act plans to streamline the asylum application process, reduce backlogs, and enhance the rights and protections for these vulnerable individuals. It also aims to eliminate mandatory detention policies that have been widely condemned for their inhumanity. The bill doesn't ignore border security either. However, it shifts the focus from heavy militarization and punitive measures towards smarter, more technology-driven solutions that prioritize safety without compromising dignity. The idea is to balance secure borders with humane treatment, avoiding the pitfalls of past policies that created more fear and division than actual safety. Importantly, the Dignity Act also addresses family reunification, a cornerstone of immigration policy that has often been neglected. It proposes faster processing times and fewer bureaucratic hurdles for families trying to reunite, recognizing that family unity is fundamental to social stability and emotional well-being. So, what's next after the introduction of the Dignity Act? Well, like any major legislation, the road ahead won't be straightforward. The bill will need to go through multiple readings, committee evaluations, and debates in both the House and Senate. Expect intense discussions and lobbying from different sides. Some will applaud the reforms as necessary and overdue, while others will raise concerns about immigration enforcement and border security. Public opinion will also play a significant role. Immigration is always a hot-button issue, and the way communities, advocacy groups, and political leaders respond will influence the bill's fate. Staying informed, participating in discussions, and making your voice heard can be a powerful way to impact the process. If you or someone you know could be affected by these changes, it's a good time to consult with immigration experts, legal advisors, or advocacy organizations. They can provide personalized guidance based on your situation and help you navigate any updates as the legislation progresses. Lastly, don't forget that immigration reform is about more than just laws. It's about people's lives and futures. The Dignity Act represents a significant attempt to move toward a more just and compassionate immigration system, but it will require continued engagement and vigilance from all of us to ensure it delivers on its promises.